Is it a little big car? Is it a big little car? I don't know. Hi, I'm Dean Friederich. Welcome back to the channel. This week we have the Mazda CX-3. Now, full disclosure, I wasn't really somebody who ever paid much attention to Mazda before this. Not even for any specific reason. I just didn't. But after driving this car for the last couple of days, I absolutely love it. And this car has shut me up so hard, I cannot wait to tell you why. So one of the things that stand out to me in this car the most is quite clearly the color. This is probably one of the nicest reds that I've ever seen on a car. This is called Soul Red Crystal. And I was talking to somebody a couple of days about it, and they made a very, very valid point. Where else on the road do you see cars in a red like this? I haven't seen one. I think it looks absolutely stunning. Every single time I come outside to this car, I cannot help but look at it. Not only because of the color, but because of how this car looks from the front as well. It's got a very striking, very appealing look. It kind of looks at you like, come on, let's go, you know, that kind of thing. I also really, really like some exterior styles that they've added, kind of like little things that matter in a way. For example, if you look here at the grille, right, it goes all the way around, but this chrome trim over here extends all the way in here into the headlights, which I really think is really, really nice. It's a design element, a little extra touch that you look at and you think to yourself, they really kind of went an extra mile with this car. Also with this model, which is the Hikari, the top of the line, which means light in Japanese. Look at me, I'm multicultural, citizen of the world. You have full LED headlamps in this car with daytime running lights in there as well, which really, really elevates the look just that extra little bit and gives it such a great presence on the road. So looking at this car from the side, I really like these really big design lines over here and also running along the back here as well. It gives the car that sort of illusion of being a lot broader, kind of like a bulldog, you know, it's short, it's low to the ground, but it stands out like this kind of vibe. And I really, really like that. I feel like it gives it that extra little bit of, you know, bit of poise, a bit of a stance, if you want to call it that. Something else I also really, really like on this model specifically are these rims. This, like I mentioned, is the Hikari, which is the top of the line CX-3 in the range, which is fitted with these 18-inch alloy wheels. I think they look absolutely awesome. You do have disc brakes on the front as well as disc brakes on the back, and with this color in these alloy wheels mixed in with this Soul Red Crystal, I think it looks absolutely stunning. So having a look at the back as well, something that I also think is very important is the booty. The booty is everything. And if you have a look at the back end of the CX-3, it definitely does have a very nice looking booty, if you will. Oh, I'm going to get demonetized. Anyways, having a look at the boot. Your boot space is not the biggest, I will be honest. There are cars that do offer bigger boots in this class, but at the same time, with that being said, it's not entirely impractical either. You do still have enough space in here to get some shopping in, maybe a suitcase or two going to or from the airport, or maybe going on a weekend away. There is enough space in here as well. You do also have 60-40 split on your rear seats. The parcel shelf does of course come out completely as well. And having a look here in the boot, lifting this up, there we go. You do have your spare wheel inside there as well, with all your tools, your jack, your wrench, and what have you, and also an amplifier in the back here as well for the upgraded sound system on this model. Woo! This wind on the beachfront today, I'm telling you, Cape Town, hey? So, sitting in the back of the CX-3, it's not bad. It really isn't. I mean, I'm 173, so my knee room is pretty decent. My headroom, not too bad. Could be a little bit better, but it isn't the worst. I will say though, these rear seats are very, very, very comfortable. I mean, sitting like this, I feel like I'm sitting on somebody's couch. You know, like when you go visit your aunties and your uncles, and you go sit on the couch and you behave yourself like a good niece or nephew, and then they bring you like tea and biscuits and rusks and stuff like that, it feels like one of those kinds of couches. There is also some really nice storage compartments down the side here, also storage here as well on the back to make sure that you've got enough space for if you want to store anything on long trips. You do have an armrest over here as well, and what's nice as well, cup holders for your drinky poos. How awesome is that? And if you don't want to use them, you fold them closed and you can sit really nicely. I must be honest, there are some cars in this segment which do have a little bit more legroom at the back, but if you're driving on a short journey or just commuting about town, or maybe, you know, kid or two to school and back, that kind of situation, then you should definitely be okay. I don't have too much of an issue with it, but if that is something that is very, very important to you, probably something to keep at the back of your mind. But for me, it doesn't really bother me. I don't mind all that much. So up in the driver's seat in the CX-3, it is undoubtedly a very, very comfortable place to be. I mean, you have leather just about everywhere. Aside from on your seats, leather on the armrest, leather on the steering wheel, leather on the gear knob. It is just super, super, super nice quality finishes all over the place. And when I was driving this car, I was thinking to myself, I was like, this car is giving me, the interior design is giving me a vibe of another brand. It's not giving Mazda, it's giving something else. And dare I say it, I'm getting major Audi vibes out of this interior with the streamlined, you know, look. Very clean, very sleek, very understated interior, and I really like that about it. There's also a lot of really nice finishes all over the place that just set it that little bit above the rest. For example, the finishes here in the door panel, along the dashboard over here, the red inserts around the air vents, all that kind of stuff, the little trimmings around the multifunction steering controls, all those small things here and there that just give it that extra little bit of pizzazz and just make it feel a lot more premium and a very, very all-round comfortable place to be. So in terms of technology inside the CX-3, that's something that I've really enjoyed about this car, driving it for the last couple of days. I'm a little bit of a tech gadget nerd. The more buttons, the more fun stuff the car can do inside, the more I love it. And I'm really, really enjoying the 8-inch infotainment screen in the CX-3. This you have on all dynamic, individual, and Hikari models. The only model in the range that doesn't have this is the Active, which is the baseline. And this also comes with full smartphone integration. So you've got Android Auto, you've got Apple CarPlay, and what I also like, which again is also reminiscent of European cars, and I like that about it. Not to say that there's anything wrong with Japanese cars and the way that they built and the way that they made, but the Europeans do also do quite a couple of really good things when they make cars. And it's cool to see how Japs are taking notes from Europeans, Europeans taking notes from Japanese, all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. So there is controls over here, buttons and knobs and things like that for you to navigate through the system. Alternatively, this is also touchscreen, but if you're anything like me, I don't like fingerprints all over the screen. So 9 times out of 10, I've been using this so far and it works just fine. Another thing that I also think is very, very cool about this car is the heads-up display. So we have it on this test model, the Hikari, and you'll see the little screen over here which displays your driving information as you drive. But watch this. This is very cute. So right now the car is running, right? I'm going to switch it off. Watch what happens to the little screen. It go night night, it go bye bye, and then when you switch the car back on again, it pops back up. Oh, hello. I think that's very cool. Just a funny little quirk about this car that I've actually really, really enjoyed about it over the past couple of days. So the CX-3 is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, which gives you 115 kilowatts, 206 newton meters of torque, which for a car of this size and this weight is plenty in my opinion. Also, what's nice is that across the CX-3 range, they all have the same engine. Some are available in manual and automatic, while the top 2 models in the range, the individual and the Hikari, are only available in automatic. Now, some people might think that with, 2-liter 4-cylinder non-turbo, Some people might call that old school technology, but with Mazda's Sky Active technology, you still get to enjoy the fuel economy that we all have come to expect today without sacrificing power. So even though this is a 4-cylinder 2-liter, I'm currently sitting at 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers. And now to put that into perspective for you, my personal car is a 2014 Mini Countryman. Oh, that's the lane departure warning screaming at me. Safety systems galore in this car. So my personal car is a 2014 Mini Countryman, right? Which is a 1.6 liter engine, a little bit bigger than this car, but more or less similar size, similar vibe. My personal car is heavier on fuel than this, and it's got a smaller engine. So even though you are having a 4-cylinder 2-liter, you still get to enjoy fuel economy. This 6-speed automatic transmission that we have here in the Hikari model that we have on test is absolutely awesome. Gear changes are smooth, gear changes are comfortable, and the drive is very smooth and very quiet as well. Thanks to carpeted wheel wells, road noise is kept to an absolute minimum, an absolute minimum, excuse me, English lessons, and gear changes are nice and smooth as well, which I really enjoy. Something else that I've also picked up with this car is this is a solid little thing. I mean, if I drive over any uneven road surfaces or any bumps in the road, stuff like that, sometimes you might hear a squeak or a rattle or anything like that. With this car, you do not hear a thing. It just trots along over just about any kind of road surface without so much as a peep, and I really like that about this car. One other thing though that I think, or two other things actually, that I think would have been nice, because the interior has got the black leather and all of that in here, I would have really liked if the headliner was a darker color. If the headliner matched the dark vibe going on inside here, it would have given the car a really nice look. Not that it doesn't look nice, it's no secret that this is a very good looking car, but if the headliner was anthracite or black as well, I think that would have really finished it off nicely. And one other thing about this car that I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong or if there's something that I'm missing, I cannot find a door lock switch. I don't know where it is. I've looked all over the place. I've looked in the settings on the infotainment screen to find out if there is like a drive-away lock system that can be activated or something, but I just cannot seem to find it. So if there is a setting somewhere that I am missing, please let me know because I can't find it. Those are my only two gripes that I have with this interior. I would have really liked the headliner to match the darkness of the rest of the interior, and I just want a door lock switch. But other than that, I think that the interior of this car is a very comfortable place to be. Drive is super smooth, super comfortable, and road noise is kept to an absolute minimum, which I really enjoy. So the CX-3 range starts at just over 373,000 Rand for the 2-liter active and goes all the way up to 509,000 Rand for the Hikari, this model that we've had here with us today. That then also includes a 3-year unlimited kilometer warranty as well as a 3-year unlimited kilometer service plan. If you think this is a car that you could see yourself owning long term, I don't disagree with you. I could possibly too. Don't tell my personal car, she'll get offended. Let's just keep it between you and us for now. My name is Dean Friederich. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. There will be more motoring content coming your way again very soon. I'll see you soon. Bye.